I've always wondered what matters. It's a question that's been on my mind ever since I can remember. Even since I was little. I can look back on the many times I felt great joy. And the many times I've felt profound sadness as well. Many things matter to me now because of it, but my life is just one story. So, I thought, what might others' stories tell me? Okay. So now, game plan is to visit my aunt's place, and to interview her. Figure out some of the things she has to say about finding meaning and what matters.
I'm Denise. I'm 56. I've got 4 kids. I've been a full-time mom most of my life. Part-time jobs all along the way. What else do you want to know? My dad kind of made us outdoors people and tried to make us independent so we could take care of ourselves and forage in the wilderness. So that's a good memory. We didn't have a lot of money growing up, so we didn't do fancy things, but lots of outdoor things as a family. So my husband's family did more fancy things. And when he hears about what we did, he always feels bad for me and thinks we missed out. Like, I don't know that we ever stayed in hotels. We didn't go out to eat. And he thinks it's so sad. And it did not make any difference because we made the memories just as much, just because it wasn't as fancy or as expensive. We were together and having fun, and we had everything we needed. And so we didn't need a lot of money or to do anything fancy. We just needed to have fun together. Knowing that I'm gaining knowledge and perspective and qualities of charity, hopefully. I mean, that's the perspective that I have that makes everything worth it and makes it easy to go forward every day because things matter. Family matters. Service matters. Just there's more important things than what the world says.
That interview with my aunt was wonderful, but I found myself wanting another perspective, so I reached out to my old boss.
My name's Emmanuel Na. I'm originally from Boston. Moved out here to Utah in 2004 to go to BYU. Love BYU, big BYU fan. Big sports guy, obviously big car guy, as you can imagine. Family is really important to me. Got 4 kids. I'm really into sports and business right now. Business is important. It's kind of the focus of everything that I do right now. The older you get, the more you realize that I have so much of my life ahead of me, right? I started my business about 5 years ago, so when I was about 35 years old, and I feel like I'm at this point of life where I'm finally starting to get it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm finally starting to understand, okay, here's what's important to me. Here are what my goals are. I've really kind of honed in on what makes me happy. And so it's just this ebb and flow is better than ups and downs. It's an ebb and flow where you think you've got it figured out, but you're open to new ideas and experiences, and then you start to really hone in on what matters. Religion is a big part of my life, and so I think it goes to the bigger picture, right? Like it's if we understand and we believe in what this kind of bigger picture kind of goal is, it makes sense because it all tracks, it all aligns. It's really cool.
Yeah. From this experience, I've learned that to know what matters, you also have to know what doesn't matter. Like what other people think about you, where you come from, what your background is. But what does seem to matter is the kind of person you choose to be, the people around you, and what you choose to spend your life doing. But don't just take our word for it.
What matters most to me?
What I've found out is the most important thing is people.
Meaning is something that you have to find and search for, and you have to keep searching for it every day.
I gotta say the most important thing that matters to me has gotta be relationships.
When I was a kid and a teenager, probably I mattered the most. When I got married, things changed.
I think just seeing so many people, we get desensitized to how important they are. But back in the day, like you had a really close circle, and that's like kind of.
For me, I think it was during high school where I didn't have a good, like, solid group of friends or anything, and so I got really close with my family.
I think a huge part of this life on earth is to experience joy, and I find that when I'm closer to my family, my friends, and most importantly to God and Jesus Christ, that's where I find the most joy.